Hi, I'm Molly. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 10 of your 12 Days of Pilates challenge. Today we've got a total core and side body class to work through together, and it is going to be a short and spicy one. We're working through every single abdominal muscle that you have, particularly our obliques, and then we're also going to be working all the muscles that support and frame our silhouettes. So our shoulders, our waist, and our sides of our legs and glutes as well. So get ready for some serious burns. We're going to start on our backs, so when you're ready, join me there and let's get started. So hands are coming behind your head to start. We're going to begin with a short curl up sequence to find all those abdominals as promised. So take a big breath in. When you exhale, we're peeling the upper body off for 4. Arms going to float down by the side. Hands come back behind your head and then we lower down. Same again. This is 3. Arms float down. Hands come back and we lower. Nice. We've got 2. Arms down. Hands back, keeping the legs in line with your hips. And 1. Arms come down. Hands come back. And we lower. Same again, but we're going to add on. So we curl up. Arms float down by your side. We're going to take 2 little ankle reaches. So reaching right fingertips to right ankle, left to left, back to center, hands to head. And then we lower. So we curl up. Arms float over. We reach, back to center. And lower. 2 more like this. Coming up. Arms down. Reaching over. And over. And lower. Well done. Last one. Curling up. Arms coming down. This time we're just going to continue to reach. Keep going. So as we're finding these little taps, making sure that your pelvis is staying nice and still. So we're working from that waist. Let's go for 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1, back to center, hands behind your head, lower the body down. Well done. Take a moment to let that core settle. Right leg is going to come up into tabletop position. We're going to take 4 curl ups towards it. So we lift up and over for 4. Upper body coming down. For 3, and try not to let that knee creep over your hip. Keep it right on top of your pelvis. 2. And 1. Lovely, back to center, placing the foot down, other side, left leg lifting up, we curl over towards it for 4, and down, for 3, and lower, cup of tea on top of your shin, keep it nice and high, 2, and 1, lowering the body down, bring the foot back to the mat, same thing, but we're going to take both legs into tabletop, and we're going to alternate, so lifting up and over to the right, back down to the floor, over to the left, and down. So think chest beyond your thigh, rather than elbow to knee, over, and down. Well done. 4 more. This is a real burn to start. Lovely. We've got 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to add in a single leg stretch. So as we curl over to the right, your left leg is going to stretch for 6, and down, other way. 5, make sure we come right back to the floor so we can make the most of that curl up. 4, and 3, well done. We've got 2, last little push, and 1, back to center, lower the body down, give your knees a little hug, take a big breath into your tummy, exhale, well done, and then bring the hands behind your hamstrings, rock yourself up to seated. Wow, what a start to this session. Abs are on fire already. So we're going to come into our side lying work now to work into the shoulders and the sides of the legs and continue to find these obliques. So elbows coming right underneath your shoulder. And just making sure that we're growing out of the bottom ribs and our feet and knees are going to be stacked together and bent. So back into that clown position that we've revisited quite a few times in this challenge so far. So this top arm is going to be reaching up towards the sky. So fingertips are stacked in line with your shoulder. We're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to push into our bottom shin and we're going to push the hips up to the sky. So we come up, we're going to tap down for 4 and lift, for 3 and lift. For 2, well done, and 1, hold it at the top. From here, we're going to thread this top hand through this little gap between your elbow and your hip, and then we're going to reach it back up towards the sky. And as you thread through, think about squeezing the oblique of that underneath side. Let's go for 2 more. Trying to keep your pelvis shining forwards. 1 more, and reach it up. We're going to do that all again. So we tap down for 4 and lift. Keep growing out of your supporting shoulder. We've got 2 and 1. Hips up, we thread through for 4 and reach. For 3 and lift. For 2. Well done. And last one. And up. Lower your hips down slowly. Sit yourself up and give this shoulder a little stretch. So it doesn't take much to really get these arms and these hips working. So we're going to continue with some sideline work, staying on this side. If that felt like enough of a challenge and you're already feeling the burn, you can continue as you were. Otherwise, we're going to come up onto our hand. We're going to come into more of a side plank. So your underneath leg is going to stay bent as it was. Your top leg is going to open up. So your top foot is in front of your bottom foot, your knee is open. And we're still sitting right on the side of the hips and the pelvis here. Hand is a little bit further away from us because we're going to push up over into a side plank. So this arm is going to sweep up. We're going to push into the bottom feet and we're going to lift and hold. Lovely. So see what I mean? The hand needs to be quite far away so that it can come right underneath the shoulder in our plank. Then we're going to come back down onto the hip. We're going to push up again. This is 3. Hold it here for a moment, squeezing this underneath side. And we lower. Gorgeous. We've got 2. Holding here. And lower. And we've got 1. Nice. We're going to hold this one here. We're going to lift the arm up and over, and we're going to push it through this little gap between our hand and our feet. We're going to send the hips up towards the sky. So almost like we're trying to reach towards our feet with our top hand. And then we lower the hips back into our plank. The arm opens back up to the ceiling. We go again. So hips push up and back. Arm sweeps back. And we lift back up. Nice. 2 more. Lifting up. So make sure we're really working from the waist. And lift. 1 more. Let the head follow the arm. Coming all the way up. Lovely. And then slowly bend the knees. Lower the body down. Sit yourself up. And give that shoulder a little stretch. Maybe give the wrist a little roll when you're here as well. It's hard to talk and do that one at the same time, but nevertheless, we're going to give it a go on the other side. So when you're ready, swing your legs around, coming into that sideline work again. So elbow underneath your shoulder, growing up out these bottom ribs, feet and knees stacked together, and this top arm is reaching up to the sky. My arm feels so weak, this top one now, so if your arm's feeling weak, find that fight. I'm exactly with you. Starting with our 4 little lifts with those hips. So bringing them up to begin, we tap down for 4, and we lift. For 3, and lift. For 2, and up. Nice. 1, hold it at the top. Top arm threads through. We've got 4, and reach. For 3, and lift. For 2, and up. Well done. 1 more. And lift. Same again, tapping down. We've got 4 and up. Well done. 3 and lift. Not stopping for too long on the floor. 2 and 1. Then we thread the arm through, trying to keep that pelvis shining forwards. We've got 3 and reaching up, growing from the waist. We've got 2 and lift. 1 more and reach, holding here. And then lower it down softly, coming off that hand, and find that little shoulder stretch. Well done. So again, if you're happy working like that, you can continue there, and I don't blame you if you want to just stay there. If you want that extra challenge, hand is coming onto the mat this time, underneath leg is bent, top leg is open, foot in front of your bottom foot, growing out of these ribs, pelvis pushing forwards. Got these 4 little side planks, so use this first one just to kind of get into it, and then we'll go from there. So pushing off your feet, shift up and over, and we hold, and come down. Nice. Same again, lifting up, holding here. Fingertips right on top of these shoulders, and down. 2 more, lifting up, and down. Well done. 1 more, floating up and hold it here. So we're coming into that little thread. The arm lifts up and over. We push the hips up to the sky. The arm reaches towards your back foot. And then we lift all the way back up to the ceiling into that lovely side plank. And again, lifting up and over. And back to the start. Opening up. 2 more, threading through. Supporting from your shoulder. Using that breath. Well done. 1 more, lifting up. Sit bones high. Lovely. We open up through the chest. We hold here And then slowly bend the knees, lower the hips down. Sit yourself up and stretch that shoulder. Give that wrist a roll again if you need to. Well done. Right, bringing the arms down, giving these shoulders a little roll. We're going to finish on our back with one final little core sequence. So when you're ready, knees to me here, rolling yourself down. Arms coming down by the side of the body. Lovely, so we're going to bring the feet and the knees together. Arms are going to come out into a T shape with your palms facing the ceiling. We're going to go into our hip rolls, but today we're going to go straight into it with the legs in tabletop. So floating right leg up, lumbar spine pressing down, other leg coming up, feet and knees again are together. So we're going to drop the hips down towards the right, keeping your left shoulder blades touch to the floor, and then squeezing from the waist, we bring it back through center. Other way, lifting up and over. And lift. Really nice. One more each way, tipping over. And lift. Other way. Shoulders staying grounding into the floor, bring it back through center. Same thing, but we're going to stretch the legs into the air. So we tip the body over. And then squeeze it back through the middle, lumbar spine down. Other way. Nice, and it's not about how low we drop these legs, it's about keeping these shoulder blades grounding into the floor. Maybe if you want to challenge it, you maybe want to take the legs a little bit lower if you can, but it's more about that stability and that safe action. So using your obliques to lift you back up. Well done, let's go for just one more in either side, picking it all the way up. Inhale as we drop. Exhale as we lift. Well done, last one. And then bring it all the way back to center. Keeping the legs up in the air, arms are going to reach up above the head. We're going to lift them up and over and come into a curl up, and we're going to take our 100 here to finish with straight legs. So beating from the backs of the shoulders. And we've done so many 100s in this challenge so far. Maybe if we counted all of them, they might be something like a 500. Keep beating. Inhale for 5 beats. Exhale for 5 beats. And then if we can, we're going to lower these legs down into a double leg stretch. Keep going. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2. And 1. From here, legs are going to lift up above the hips. Arms are going to float back behind the head as you lower the body down. Circle them down and around by your side. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Finding a gentle rock from left to right. Well done. Taking a full body stretch here. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then we're going to stretch out the sides of the body in this full body stretch. So bringing your feet down to the bottom right corner of your mat. Your left leg is going to cross on top of your right leg. And then holding onto your left wrist, you're going to pull the upper body over towards the top right corner of your mat. So we're in this sort of half moon banana shape. Is the only way that I can describe it. And it should feel like quite a nice stretch all the way through that left side of the waist, right up to the ribs. And hold it there, breathing in, breathing out. And maybe you want to look over towards the right as well, just to stretch through the side of the neck a little. Lovely. And then gently bring your upper body back into the center of your mat. Bring your legs back into the middle and then change sides. So feet down to the bottom left corner, right leg on top of your left leg. And then holding onto your right wrist, we pull the upper body over towards the left top corner of your mat. And hold it here. And again, maybe you want to look over towards the left this time. Holding it here for an inhale and exhale. Lovely, and then bring it back into center. Uncross those legs. And then roll yourself over onto your side and sit yourself up. So we're facing the front again. Bringing yourself into a comfortable seated position, and we're going to bring soles of the feet together. Nice and wide in this frog stretch. So fingertips reaching down to either side of your hips. We're going to float the arm up. We're going to lift it up and over. And then lift and grow through center. Other way. Nice, lifting up. And then dropping your ear down towards your left shoulder. We're just going to roll the head through the chest. Ear dropping to your right. And then other way. Lovely, and then keeping the chin at the chest, bring the head up to center, give those shoulders a roll, and well done. A short and sweet but spicy class for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really look forward to seeing you in our next class, which is going to be a slow and mindful stretchy session. Just 2 more days left to go of the challenge. I'll see you then. Bye.